What's up, guys? I'm Brown here for TheLines.com. Let's talk a little Sunday night football between the Los Angeles Chargers and the San Francisco 49ers as we get going here. As you know, everything we do absolutely free, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. If you give us a thumbs up, we'd appreciate it, and then let us know in the comment section, how are you going to play this game between the Chargers and the 49ers as we sit at recording time? 7.5 is our total in this one in favor of the 49ers at home. 45.5 is our total. So what do we know in this one that is going to be the big storyline? And I'll scroll down right here, and it's really just this injury report. We know for sure no Mike Williams, no Keenan Allen. You go down a little bit further, even the kicker is going to be out for the Chargers in this thing. And then even if things couldn't get worse, Trey Pipkins, out the offensive tackle for them, is questionable, and apparently definitely a real questionable game time decision for them. And that's going up against, you know, this really, really good San Francisco pass rush led by Nick Bosa. Eric Armstead is going to be out for them, and Jason Verrett is out for San Francisco as well, but they get much, much healthier on the offensive side of the ball. You get Deebo Samuel back. You get Elijah Mitchell back, and you get an extra week of rest for, you know, some of these guys. Kittle missed time earlier on in the season, and an extra week for Christian McCaffrey to get worked into this offense. So if we take a look, big time mismatch here, really and truly. I mean, I can't speak about just enough about how bad this Chargers defense has been, specifically against the rush. One of the absolute, look, they couldn't stop the run last year. They thought they had addressed it, and it just hasn't come to fruition here. We're talking about a bottom 3 run unit in just about every single advanced metric. DVOA, they're 29th. PFF says they're 27th. You look, yards per rush allowed, 32nd, dead last in the NFL. And then if you look at their rush defense success rate, bottom half of the NFL. And the other thing is, you know, when you don't defend the run as well as they do, and these teams do run on early downs because they're having a ton of success, their early down EPA defense is 28th in the league as well. So again, Chargers battling a ton of injuries, so it's not just completely the scheme's fault and coaching's fault and all the things like that, but it's been a bad defense, and it's been specifically really bad against the run. What do we get here from a Chargers offense versus the 49ers? Defensive perspective, look, the 49ers defense, top 10 in the league, as you would imagine, and they've been doing that with kind of a mishmash unit out there because they've had so many injuries to deal with. And so the fact that they've had as much success as they have without the number of people that they've had out there is pretty amazing. And again, this is pretty healthy for this team as well. This Chargers offense has struggled this year, and it's struggled this year mainly because there's been no playmakers out there for. I mean, there's been a handful of snaps this year where Keenan Allen and Mike Williams were on the field together at the same time, you know, for Justin Herbert. So what's that do? And it puts them as 20th overall DVOA in the league. Pro Football Focus has them at 24th offense in the league. And then you go down and they're just having no success on early down because, you know, look, they're having to run a lot of the offense through Austin Eckler, a lot of the offense through backup wide receivers and tight ends and things like that. So they're just not getting, you know, what they need to do on early downs. 27th in the NFL in early down success rate. And then if you look, whenever you can't pass, you can't really run. We can't really run. You can't really pass. I mean, like yards per pass, 27th, yards per rush, 29th. And now you're going up against the best yards per rush defense in the entire NFL. Rush success defense is 3rd overall in the NFL in the San Francisco 49ers. So again, it's a big, big, big mismatch between the San Francisco defense and the Chargers offense in this one. So if we look at the spread, again, as we're sitting at 7.5, this is a no-brainer teaser leg. If you are watching this earlier on in the day, then you could pair this with the Cardinals if you wanted to go that direction against the Rams. That game has a super low total. So you can go that direction. If you're watching this later on and you've already missed the afternoon games, look, you can open teaser legs in week 10 that roll into week 11. So by the time you're watching this, the lines will be up for week 11, and you can get a teaser leg out of the San Francisco leg and then just pair it with a game in week in week 11, because look, San Francisco is going to win this game, right? I mean, I am of the mindset that the Chargers with the lack of weapons they have in this game and all the injuries they're dealing with, they could play the best game humanly possible for them. They could play their best game and still lose. Is kind of how I envision this game. And so again, being able to get San Francisco down to a 1.5 or a point in a teaser leg is just absolutely fantastic in this. I'll scroll down a little bit further. From a total aspect here, guys, as we were sitting here, 45 and a half, it seems pretty appropriate. If you were trying to play, I know there's, instant gratification. So sometimes we want these like, same game teasers or something like that. If you wanted to take San Francisco down to a 1.5 and then go up on the 45 and a half and get it up to 51 and a half. So you cross that 51, right? 51 is a key number, as key as they come when it comes to totals, right? And I would lean towards the under then at that point if I was trying to play like a same game teaser deal, because again, the 49ers should employ a very, very heavy rush attack in this thing and just beat up this Chargers defense that can't stop anybody, can't tackle anybody, and can't stop the run whatsoever. And now you've got, not only you have McCaffrey, you get Eli Mitchell back as well in the fold. So they've got plenty of dudes, on this team to get it done. Deebo Samuel back, give him a couple of carries as well. I mean, they've got a ton of different ways to go about this. So from a prop perspective, and I don't really love anything about this game outside of the teaser leg, mainly because with everybody healthy for San Francisco, I mean, this could go just so many different ways, right? And if this game were to get out of hand, probably get some guys to the sideline, specifically McCaffrey, who again is a little bit smaller than some of these other guys. That being said, I'm still playing the over. I'm still playing over 79 and a half rush yards. He is just, again, we can't continue to beat you over the head with how bad this Chargers run defense is, but it's pathetic. Like it's so bad. And extra week to prepare, to figure out some cool stuff to do. Shanahan with Christian McCaffrey and all that. I definitely think he gets his in this one. So we are sitting there over on McCaffrey from a rushing perspective. Look, I think he can get involved a decent amount in the pass game as well. I'm just a little bit more hesitant to go there than I am from a rushing perspective. And then the other prop that I'm looking at here, Juwan Jennings. And with Juwan Jennings, it is an under on his receptions of 1.5. So I like the under 1.5 receptions. You can get the 115 down here at PointsBet. Under reception half. So look, Juwan Jennings coming off of injury. Even when he was healthy, he had 2 catches in 4 straight games. In those games, there was not Christian McCaffrey. This will be the first game in which Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk are all healthy and on the field together. That is a bunch of mouths to feed right there for Jimmy Garoppolo. Further, if this goes like I think, which is they're going to run the ball a ton, then that's even fewer pass opportunities to be going to the 5th option, which would be Juwan Jennings, right? So I like the under reception and a half for Juwan Jennings. If we did want to play a same game parlay in this game, I think we're basically telling the story of successfully running the football. And then if we're telling the story of successfully running the football in this one, then, we're going to have some Christian McCaffrey pops and basically a touchdown prop for him and things like that. So look, if we like McCaffrey, score anytime, again, that's the story we're going to tell. So it's minus 210 for him to score at all. We're not going to do this first touchdown score nonsense or any of that. We'll go to the rushing props. We think McCaffrey has a big day, right? So let's just even take an alt over, and he goes over 84 and a half. So it gets a little bit plus money right there at plus 110. Like I said, I am not incredibly bullish on some of the passing stuff for the 49ers in this one. So if we come down here, Juwan Jennings, we can't get an under on him. They're not going to give us an under on Juwan Jennings. We can only bet over on him. So that's unfortunate. We were trying to go under on him with that. So I think one of the other things that we can do if we want to is just basically come back to, we think 49ers are going to win, right? So we'll come here, we'll take an alt spread, just to get it under the touchdown as opposed to having to, do that. So we'll take these 6.5. And so, McCaffrey anytime touchdown score, he goes for 85. San Francisco wins by a touchdown. Plus 250, not the sexiest of things out there. Of course, you can add and juice this up a little bit more if you want to get a little bit more froggy on it. We could add the total in there, like I was saying. I don't think that this game goes wild from a scoring perspective. So if we did want to take the, the under on, let's call it, we get up over that number that we were talking about, and that brings us up to 475, the under on 51.5. So, kind of a little way of saying, hey, they're going to run the ball a ton, have success running the ball, gets us a little 5-1, Christian McCaffrey and the Niners in and under. So that's kind of how we're going about this. Like I said, really the play for me is the teaser leg in this one. And again, if you're watching earlier in the day, maybe Cardinals for the afternoon's deal. If not, later on, certainly you can just find this and pair it up with something in week 11 in this one. Tons of running, I expect, and not a ton and a ton of mouths to feed for the 49ers offense as we get everyone healthy going forward here in this one, guys. Everything we do, absolutely free. So please hit that subscribe button down below. Let us know what you think is going to happen in this as well in the comment section. And here's the Discord. Join that. We're giving away free money, free swag. All you gotta do is be a subscriber of this channel and then also get in there and you can enter those contests and things like that. So take our money. It's absolutely free. Appreciate the support from all you guys and good luck on all of your Sunday Night Football bets.